to take the place of Sam Ficken at place kicker. Gets us underway. And here's Jihad Thomas from the goal line. Not much. Barely squeezes across the 15, so field position. A little wide receiver screen, and Robbie Anderson has his first catch after being out for a year. Academic ineligibility forced him to miss all of last field on 2nd and 12. Penn State shows blitz. They rush only 4. Walker has time. He finds Anderson and makes it a manageable 3rd down and 4. Coming up as we take a look, Brock. Again, a 4-man rush. Swing pass into the flat. Just shy of the 1st down. It looks as if Raquel Armstead. And Mark Allen is back deep to receive the punt. Alex Starzik with an NFL kick, driving Allen all the way back to the 16-yard line. That's a pretty good change of field position after being pinned inside your 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to the freshman Brandon Polk, who turns the corner and turns on the Jets. It looked like he might have stepped out of bounds back just inside the 40-yard line. Ready to go. A drop by Geno Lewis, normally a sure-handed junior. Akil Lynch with his first carry. Stood up but spins to the 32. That's a gain of 5. Now it brings Lotright wearing 5. Instead, it's Geno Lewis the target. He makes a 3rd down catch. Long throw. And Brock, that's an NFL throw outside the numbers by Christian Hackenberg. Now Hackenberg pulls the string and short hops. Another out thrown on 2nd down and 10 for 5 more to Geno Lewis. So now it will be 3rd down. 3rd down and 5, looking for back-to-back 3rd down conversions. Tipped away from Geno Lewis. So now what does Penn State do? They've got an attempt for the first time from 34 yards away. Like a veteran, right down the middle.
With one another in this area of town, all over Pennsylvania. I like it.
Jihad Thomas takes a knee. Offensive look. Jihad Thomas, nowhere to go. Lost a couple.
It's going to be an ugly afternoon.
Breaking a tackle is Kip Patton, the tight end, and he turns nothing into something and again makes it a manageable 3rd down and short. Here comes a blitz on 3rd down. Walker can't beat it. Tried to find Adonis Jennings. And this, a wobbly kick. And Mark Allen lets it take a hop. And it will take a temple hop all the way down to about the 25-yard line before it finally rolls dead. There goes the true freshman Brandon Polk in motion, and instead it's a handoff to Akil Lynch right up the middle. A much
picture, and they do.
Only a 3-man rush. Hackenberg under some pressure. Brought down about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Group says no, we'll check out and get to zone defense.
Akil Lynch with a flag down. Moves the pile very close to the 1st down. It looks like he has it if the play stands.
Offside. Defense. Number 2. The 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
Every bit as important as Christian Hackenberg's development. He's got a tip ball up the seam, bounces around, and falls incomplete. A near turnover. Akil Lynch brought down after a gain of about 2. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Penn State. Hackenberg looks that way on 3rd down, has time, fires a bullet instead to Chris Godwin right between the numbers. And that might be the best throw we've seen Hackenberg make so far in the 1st quarter. Lynch finds a seam, and there he goes. There's no one home for the Owls. Akil Lynch with a touchdown.
Last season in Happy Valley, and he's well on his way in this 1st quarter. Coaching staff felt about the work they've done over 8 months, and Temple better respond in a hurry. The worst thing you can do with a home fan base like this is get buried in the 1st quarter.
And Jihad Thomas gets to the 21-yard line. 2 scores without a 1st down on offense so far. They'll run it. Raquel Armstead is out to about the 24-yard line for a gain of 3. Again, it's the true freshman, Raquel Armstead. Strung out, nowhere to go. Maybe picks up a yard. 3rd down and 6 coming up after we check in with that. 4-man rush. Reaching back to make the catch is Robbie Anderson. Where do they spot the football? Alex Starzyk, his 3rd punt. This one looks like an NFL kick. Mark Allen driven all the way back to his own 12 and brought down at the 15. A huge change of field position for Mark Allen in a tailback. Hackenberg with a play-action fake. Under some pressure, and he'll be sacked. He wanted to go downtown. And it was covered up, losing. Lynch across the 10 to about the 13-yard line, but it will be 3rd and at least 11, if not 12. Swing pass to Akil Lynch. Cut down. Exactly what the Owls needed. They flip field position and a kick from inside his own 10-yard line. Robbie Anderson, returnable at the Temple 29, bobbles it. And heads south instead of north. Now he gets a block with a flag down. We'll have to check the penalty mark.
In the return, block in the back. Number 87 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down, Temple.
Up the seam to the outside, and that is good for a 1st down to John Christopher. A nice throw. Up the middle for 5. Jahad Thomas across the 45-yard line. Crab crawling right to midfield is Thomas. Brings up a 3rd down and 1 after we check in with Adnan. They'll try to play power football for it, and they've got no chance. Jagger Gardner brought down for at least a 2-yard loss. It's that spot on the field you might think about a fake. Instead, it's a rugby-style kick from Starzyk. And this will take the roll that they're hoping for when you kick it like that down inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line for the 10-point lead. Another jet sweep. Same guy, Brandon Polk. Same speed down the sideline. And he's near the 35-yard line before he's run out at the 34. Hackenberg hit. Does the ball pop out? Oh, he did well to hold on to it. A pump fake, and he paid the price. Jared Alwan came through and got him right between the 1 and the 4 on his back.
That all in the JUCO left tackle transfer.
Hackenberg being chased. And Temple gets the stop. Mike Jasicki was the intended receiver.
You have got to keep everything in front of you here.
They'll rush 6. Hackenberg in trouble. He's going to go down again all the way back to the 20-yard line. They brought pressure and it worked. Hassan Reddick got there first. 2 in that possession. Pasquarello with a punt that takes a little bit of a temple hop and doesn't even make it inside the 40-yard line of the Owls, down at the Temple 43. Temple has the football back with Jahad Thomas in the eye. Here comes the blitz, under pressure. P.J. Walker lost the football. A scramble for it. Who's got it? The Nittany Lions think they do. Again, Brandon Bell with pressure on the quarterback. Knocked it out. Again, Brandon Polk with motion. Akil Lynch takes the handoff. Tripped up after a gain of 3 as we check in with Shannon. Of getting away from them if they give up a touchdown here. Hackenberg trying to avoid a sack. Goes down for the 4th time. Pressure off the edge from Tyler Matakevich. And now it's 3rd down and long.
And this script has got to change if you're a Penn State fan.
Play clock at 1 as Hackenberg gets it off. Looking for the bomb down the sideline to Deshaun Hamilton. And just missed him. What a... Sean Chandler back to receive this punt. That's the intentional end-over-end kick. And does just what it's supposed to do. Spins like a pitching wedge down at about the 7-yard line. Temple starts and runs right up the middle. Spinning 3 is Jahad Thomas. And he's close to a 1st down. Portka. Walker on a keeper. Nice move in the open field. P.J. Walker. He's got another Temple 1st down. On the ground again. This time nothing there for Jahad Thomas. Trevor Williams came up and run support for their own 26-yard line. P.J. Walker sets up the screen. Errant pass. Now it's 3rd down and 12. Their first drive. No minutes to get on the board. Third down, crossing underneath, wide open, Ventrell Bryant. He gets to the outside. Ventrell Bryant crosses the 50. What a big third down conversion for Temple. There he is again. Another catch for Bryant. Another Penn State soft coverage on the outside that Bryant is able to expose for a Temple first down. That's Ventrell Bryant in motion. Play action once again for Walker. Can't avoid the rush. A big loss of 12 yards all the way back to the 45 as Carl Nassib.
Play another day.
Right up the middle goes Jahad Thomas to get back the yardage that was lost on the sack. But now they'll run it. Jahad Thomas with all kinds of room. Bounces it to the outside. Inside the 10. At the 2. First and goal for the Owls. They run it on third down and 10. And Jahad Thomas almost scored.
On this drive.
The toss to Jahad Thomas. Right at the goal line. He's brought down short. It'll be a true freshman who's in at tailback with Nick Sharga, 240-pound fullback, trying to pave the way. Did Sharga do the job? He did not. As Gardner is stopped short by Gary Wooten. Now P.J. Walker, the counter toss, walking in the end zone. A touchdown for Jahad Thomas. A Temple offense that was unable to pick up a first down until the end of the first.
But has given their offense a chance to get it going in a wonderful mix of play calling, run, and pass balance on that 93-yard drive.
Here's Koa Farmer bringing it back. Excellent return to the 37-yard line before he's brought down. Fan-wise here at Lincoln Financial Field. On first down, a handoff to Mark Allen. Flag down, and it was thrown late.
Holding, offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty, first down.
From the Nittany Lion offense.
They'll keep it on the ground, running to the short side of the field with not a lot of room is Mark Allen on first down and long after the penalty. Second down at 14. Hackenberg with all day, long to the sideline, airmails Deshaun Hamilton.
Anything else?
Three-man rush. Hackenberg, long throw to the sideline, caught by Chris Godwin, and he's brought down inbounds. No, that stops the clock. He was knocked down out of bounds, about 6 yards shy of the first down. So that
possession has settled in, has created the negative play, and has put you right back in the position to get these fans involved.
Robbie Anderson stood up at the 17-yard line. Jahad Thomas brought down behind the line, and it looks like it's one timeout remaining. Here's Jahad Thomas. He gets bottled up. We'll see if James Franklin calls that timeout. He does immediately from the sideline. First half on this play. So that will roll the clock down probably inside of about 10 seconds before comes after Alex Starzyk. They try and set up a return for Mark Allen to give him a chance to score before halftime. Allen right up against the sideline. Bottled up, well executed by Temple, and that will take us to the break.
With me, get into the perfect play. Just use some of your athleticism and take some shots down the field.
Austin Jones is going to give Penn State terrific field position as he simply hooks it out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds by the kicking team. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Opening drive for the Nittany Lions. Can they get something going? As Akil Lynch with a nice cutback and a broken tackle. That's one way to get some offensive momentum going. Give it to your best running back and let him go to work and pick up 16. Only a yard this time for Lynch into the heart of that defense for Temple, led of course by Tyler Matakevich. And he's in on the stop once again of Akil Lynch after a gain of 2. Now it's third down and 7. Nate D. Smith was the first there for the Owls.
And he's
Here comes the blitz. Hackenberg underneath, errant throw. Saeed Blacknall was the intended receiver, and Hackenberg a little shaken up, shaking that. Angling the punt is Pasquarello to the far left corner, and it goes out of bounds inside the 20-yard line before finally settling in as the main running back. Now to number 10 of their own, a jet sweep of their own, but Sam Benjamin was not nearly. Jahad Thomas stood up. Again, it's Garrett Sickles. A couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and 10. And 3rd down and 10 for Temple. Here comes a blitz. Over the middle. It looked as if there was room to run for Ventel Bryant.
With no blitz, catching it much later in the route.
Wobbly punt from Starzyk. Mark Allen returns it into Temple territory. So that's a major field position switch with Christian Hackenberg. And if they can straighten things out offensively. On 1st down, right up the gut, it's Akil Lynch. He stood up after a gain of maybe a half yard. And Brock Hewitt, I could see you shaking your head. There's the slant. Deshaun Hamilton makes the catch. It'll be 3rd down and about 4. The largest pass play. Play clock down to 5.
1-on-1 outside.
Hackenberg looks over the middle. Underneath, broken up. That's the 2nd time that Temple has been facing Penn State beginning. And Pasquarello will try and angle it to the far left corner once again, and it will go out of bounds. And that is not what Penn State's fans were hoping for. Time been stopped in plus territory by the Temple defense. And now Temple goes back to work. Jahad Thomas gets around the edge and picks up about 5 yards. So up the seam, wide open, reaching back, Kip Patton, the tight end. Out close to the 45-yard line. A quick pop pass from P.J. Walker. Picks up 20. A reverse. Wanting to throw the footballs. John Christopher, wide open. He's got the quarterback. P.J. Walker. A trick play works perfectly for the Owls. And they've got a 1st down to the Penn State 31. Play action again for Walker. Long throw to the sideline, incomplete. Up over the head of Robbie Anderson.
Is standing, but he is out of this game.
Swing pass with a flag down. Jahad Thomas hurdling his way inside the 20-yard line. I'll have to check the penalty marker thrown in the offensive backfield right after the ball was flipped from Walker to Thomas.
Holding. Offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's the belt, making sure he at least gets his team in field goal range.
An awful lot.
Walker hit as he throws, and somehow it finds its way to Robbie Anderson for a gain of 11. It'll be 3rd down and 9, but that easily could have been a turnover as P.J. Walker took a shot from Carl Nassib. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Jahad Thomas shaking and baking to the edge. And now what do you do if you're Temple? It's 4th down and short. You're in field goal range. You could tie the game. It'll be 4th down, and it looks like about a full 2 yards. Tommy Broadway with a perfect hold. And right down the middle, Austin Jones with a perfect kick.
We were over there yesterday, and they grind, and they work, and they develop. They don't have the best facilities in the world, but they got a lot of kids that believe.
Koa Farmer using the stiff arm, runs a man over all the way out to about the 34-yard line. So now, as we go back down to Shannon Spade. Another end around. And this one, DeAndre Tompkins shut down. No gain on 1st down. 2nd down and 10. 4-man rush. Hackenberg avoids the rush, swings it to the sideline. And it looks like that will be a catch credited to Chris Godwin. Got a toe down. 3rd down and 10 for Penn State after the video review confirmed the ruling of an incomplete pass on the field. And up the middle comes Matakevich with another sack of Christian Hackenberg. He goes down for the 5th time today. Line drive kick. Returnable for Robbie Anderson. Great field position for Temple at their own 44-yard line after only a 37-yard punt.
Possession or less outcome.
Read option for P.J. Walker, spinning to midfield. And just as Christian Hackenberg's confidence seems shaken, you can see Walker almost threw an interception. A little quick on the trigger, trying to get one up the seam, and Jason Kabinda to back if they can stop Temple with great field position, as the Temple defense has done a couple of times today. Lions bring a blitz, a 5-man rush. Right at the first down marker and bulling his way for a first down is Adonis Jennings.
Pads down and loose chains.
Nothing on first down as Anthony Zettel is there to bring down Jahad Thomas. That's P.J. Walker. Modest gain at best. That's a terrific play. On third down and long. They'll try and run it. Earlier in the game it worked for Temple. This time nothing doing for Jahad Thomas, brought down from midfield. And the rugby-style kick. Is it out of bounds at the pylon, and they'll say a touchback. Oh, just that close. Back to the offense for Penn State. Christian Hackenberg trying to get on track. Quick throw, and a good one to Chris Godwin. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a gain of 8 by Sean Chandler.
Back to and establish that tempo yourself.
Intercepted! It could be a pick six! Inside the 5-yard line, right at the pylon, is Sharif Finch. He's in for the touchdown.
Review. The runner was down with the ball at the 2-yard line, at which point it will be Temple's ball, first and goal. Please reset the game clock for 1:13.
Play action. P.J. Walker into the end zone, knocked away. Flag down. Robbie Anderson, closely guarded by Marcus Allen.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
P.J. Walker with a beautiful fake, and the quarterback takes it over from 1 yard out, and the Owls have the lead for the first time today. 17 unanswered points for Temple. A 10-0 Penn State lead in the first quarter becomes a 17-10 Temple lead. Koa Farmer from the goal line to the 25. Let's head. So he's trying to bounce back from really what was a bad sophomore season, and now Akeel Lynch getting stuffed at the line sets up second down and 15.
1-9, it's all Bruins, Bob.
All right, Adnan, Brandon Polk, he's got speed out on the edge, and they're trying to get him the ball in space, and he's 3-man rush, a 2-man rush, and Hackenberg still is pursued and sacked. Inexcusable for Penn State. Nate D. Smith on a 2-man rush. And Temple could very easily end up with terrific field position again. A line drive punt. Robbie Anderson from his own 33. Turns the corner. He's got some blockers out in front. Out of bounds at midfield. It was Daniel Pasquarello. Jahad Thomas behind the line. Jordan Lucas comes up to make the tackle for a 3-yard loss. That's just where Walker looks. Floats it down the sideline. Incomplete, flag thrown. Trevor Williams on Brandon Shippen.
Pass interference. Defense, number 10. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Wide open again. It's the tight end running a crossing route. Check that Adonis Jennings. He's got 8 yards. Very close to another Temple first down. P.J. Walker with a handoff to Jahad Thomas. And now it will be third down. Still kicking a field goal. Jahad Thomas is going to get them there with a first down. They run for it on third down and 3.5 and pick it up. Jahad Thomas with a cutback to the outside. Another move in the secondary. He's got another Temple touchdown.
Their in-state opponent, Penn State.
It's not over yet.
All of the adversity that this program has been through, and he does not want to be a part of it, that loses to this program in Temple for the first time since 1941.
Koa Farmer brought down before he even gets to the 20-yard line. As we have 11 minutes to go. You've got all the time in the world, but it has to start happening down the field, you would think, for Penn State. As
Be a different script this year, and it's not.
Under pressure and sacked for the 7th time today. Jacob Martin gets him this time. Different players. 3rd down and 12. 3-man rush. A check down. That loses 4 more. Matt Ionite.
And a veteran defense that is so far outdistancing and outplaying Penn State's offense.
Now it's special teams helping out Temple. A good punt return by Sean Chandler. 54 unanswered points, and they have dominated Penn State since the end of the first quarter. And they start this drive on Penn State's side of the 50. Jahad Thomas brought down behind the line, but
Timing, play calling, not pretty.
P.J. Walker wide open down the sideline. Ramon DeLoach, there's no one near him. And just like that, Temple, they're back knocking on the door of the red zone. P.J. Walker on a keeper, no. Gary Wooten, one up. Right up the middle to about the 20-yard line goes Jahad Thomas. And if you're Temple, here, 3-possession game. And they are very content to run it right up the gut of the Penn State defense and almost pick up a first down. Depends on where they mark Jahad Thomas down. The Owls. And this to make it a 3-score game. Perfect. Austin Jones is 2 for 2. Koa Farmer, he has been back here returning kicks far too often since the end of the first quarter. To the 21-yard line. Let's check in with Shove. But if you watch the first quarter, it's an absolute stunner. And now Christian Hackenberg just hoisting one down the sideline. And there's Chris Godwin making a play. Well, it took forever for Penn State to throw the ball down the field. Another sack, 8th of the day. And only a 4-man rush. They simply can't protect Christian Hackenberg as Matt Ioannidis brings him down. 4th down and 22. It's a 3-man rush that flushes Christian Hackenberg out of the pocket again. Errant on the throw, a turnover on downs. And now the party will really start.
Tonight, inexplainable.
Now some pride being shown by Austin Johnson. Last time out called. And they'll play it safe. And getting to the edge is Jahad Thomas. All the way down to the 15-yard line. Hard to believe.
Career game for Thomas.
They'll lose a couple here.
Later have completely turned every bit of momentum.
Raquel Armstead for 2 yards.
Bob, and saying, you know what, I got lots of plays for you. Plenty of them. Been coaching for decades, but I might as well draw them up on toilet paper if we can. Talked about during the college football season, especially if they get through Gunner Kiel in Cincinnati next week.
Jahad Thomas on 4th down. Almost got to the edge again. And now it seems like you progressed to all the problems you had last year all over again as Godwin makes a catch out to the 25-yard line.
And I think what State today, we know we are a good team when it's all put together and you play the defense they're capable of. And here's sack number 9.
Wow.
As the embarrassment just continues.
Matt Ioannidis gets another.
And on the flip side,
on the sack, 9 sacks for the Temple defense.
And 10.
Make it 10. Nate D. Smith brings Hackenberg down all the way back inside the 10-yard line.